What is it? No, it can't be.
The Loose Stool with Matt and Nick.
I just go outside and I was like, I should check how much propane I got to see if I need to get any today or not. And, like, the tank, it's got, like, a little bit in there, so it's probably, like, 30 pounds or something like that at the moment, but that's, like, not a lot of weight at all. Like, I carry that around, like, a bunch, but I just put my two arms together, and I guess they were kind of close enough, and I was just in whatever position that when I lifted up my hands, I just got a pop in the middle of the back of my neck, and it did nothing. I just, like, kind of lifted up, just pop, and my neck's just been fucking stuck all day. It's unbelievable.
That's the worst when that shit happens.
Yeah, I don't even understand.
Yesterday, I was like, I've been thinking about it because, like, a couple of years ago, I tried getting back into skateboarding, and it's not the same. At that point, I was 25. It's not the same at 25 as it is 17, 18, you know, and I got wrecked a couple times and kind of accepted my, like, I know there's, like, professional skateboarders that are far older than me, but I'm certainly have never been a professional. And
yeah, they're good.
Really
it's easy
myself,
for them. They can keep going. But even so, 25 is old for skateboarding. I mean, those kids start when they're like freaking 13 sometimes, you know? Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, I was that, like, skate rat growing up. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I could just hop on and do this shit again. Nope. But,
well, I meant like even really like pro. You see
injuries.
Like those kids that start competition and go pro now. I mean, it's like a full circuit. You know, they got parents that push their kids to skateboard, just like there's parents like pushing their kids to play soccer and like whatever else, lacrosse. You know.
I saw a video of this 16-year-old kid the other day that skates mega ramps, and he's 16 years old. He's already landed a 900.
Wow!
Like Tony Hawk's,
right.
Obviously,
Holy
cow. It's a little bit easier to accomplish on a mega ramp, but that's still nuts.
There was some snowboarding I was watching the other day, and it was like it wasn't like the half pipe. It's like the downhill. I forget exactly what they call it. I'm not as into that, but it's like the downhill, maybe like obstacle course. You know, they have like a couple jumps going down. Maybe there's something they can jump up on. Just a couple like different options. And this one dude had like he did some it was like a 1600 followed up by like a 13 something. I forget the exact numbers, but it was freaking unbelievable. And all those kids, actually the reason I thought about it is like 90% of the people in that competition were like, you know, 14 to 18, something like that, I think, you know.
Isn't that nuts? That's what makes me feel really old. Is like professional athletes, just like, it doesn't matter what it is. Obviously, like skateboarding, snowboarding, it tends to be even a younger age group, but even like the fact that I'm older than a lot of NFL players, well, not all of them, but obviously a good number of, you know, professional athletes. Like, yep, well, a quarterback might be thinking about retiring. If
the funny thing is, for me with this whole neck thing, is like I actually truly don't feel that old. Like I don't have a problem like, oh, I'm getting old. I feel like way younger than I actually am, you know, and like. You know, sometimes people think I'm younger than I am, especially if it weren't for like all the gray hair in my beard and shit. So like that's where I actually get mad, like where I do this and I lift up this very, you know, thing that's like pretty light that I deal with all the time, and it's lighter than most things, and I just end up with a neck injury. And it's like, no, it's not happening. I'm still 25. I'm still, you know, like this shit's not happening to me, because like I'm at the point now where I'm almost older than everybody in the NFL. Not just some of the players like you are. I'm almost older than everybody in pro sports, like all together. I'm the people like on the fucking like bench, you know, where you're like, man, that guy's got to give it up. He looks like he's like 58 years old, you know. Like,
one would hope you've had a few less head injuries than them, but
yeah. Well, yeah, they go through a lot, and like, I think, they just look older. I mean, these fuckers look older than I do when they're like 19. More testosterone, I guess.
That's part of it.
It is.
Just getting beat up all the time. Yeah. But yeah, like you don't bounce back as easily from. Granted, it's a little bit different scenario. Like you did something real small that ended up hurting your neck. Like yesterday, man, I was just working and I was folding up the hydraulic lift on the back of the truck, and I whacked the fuck out of my left knee, and I was so mad because I was like, I was all set to have this like easy short day, and I'm like, I think I want to go hiking after work, and then I whacked my knee, and like, well, that shit's not happening.
That's what you
anymore.
get for thinking about hiking, man.
Yeah, like, well, I guess I'll just club myself so I can't get anything done. I still feel that.
Maybe really like you knew you didn't want to go hiking, but you wanted to have the thought about like this thing you could have done. So like it was all in your head subconsciously. You hurt yourself. Oh, can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just around. Hiking's fantastic.
It is. I love it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Loose Stool, everybody. I'm Matt, sitting here talking to Nick, and see you sipping on something over there. What you got?
Yeah, I've got just a little bit of oddly enough, I'm drinking a Milwaukee's Beast Ice right now in a glass. Just something I had left over.
Old school.
Yeah, so I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm finishing that up though, and then I got a big Ballard by a Red Hook on deck coming up here shortly. So of course, that's when you get to the good stuff. What are you drinking?
Mm-hmm. Nice. I got myself decided to experiment a little bit. I have grapefruit, Bacardi, and seltzer, and it's not delicious. It's not disgusting. It's right in the middle. It's D. It's okay.
Yeah, I can see putting like just a splash of like a white soda just to add like the tiniest amount of sweetness. But it's better if you keep this, I think. Yeah, but that's right on. It's getting to springtime. The lighter drinks are starting to come to mind. I almost bought like a, some kind of southern peach, or there was like a citrus, one of those Jack Daniels like mixers that you can get. They sell like single cans. I almost got one of those today because I was feeling that fruity spring vibe, something a little different, but didn't get one.
Yeah, they stopped selling that Schafferhofer, however the hell you say that, next door. That was always like when it starts getting warm outside. That's like a great like not post hangover, post drinking when you have a hangover. That's great. If it's like a hot, morning, you just grab one of those real cold, sit out on the porch. Hell yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty good. But I've been seeing them more and more. I think just probably because we had talked about them a while ago. I don't know if on the show or if we had just like mentioned them, like just chatting. But now I'm just seeing them everywhere. I haven't bought any yet, but it's not quite to that point. Not quite there yet, I don't think. Yeah.
Are you still? Has it still been snowing a bunch, or is it starting?
Oh, yeah, it was snowing more today again. But it's getting to the point where it's just going to be too warm, so eventually it'll turn into rain and everything will just go to fucking hell, and that'll be terrible. But at least it means the snow will start to melt, because this shit is unbelievable. Ugh, so fucking sick of it. So, like, that's kind of what got me off today, like, on the whole, like, shit show of a day that I had is, like, I wake up and I didn't know it was supposed to snow, and the last 3 days have been really sunny and beautiful. So I wake up and I'm just like, God damn it, more of this shit, and I knew I had to run to town. So I started in a hurry because I wanted to get off to town like before the snow got bad, and just in case it did get bad and the roads would get bad. So I'm not really paying a lot of attention to what I'm doing. Kind of up like foggy Saturday morning, woke up a little bit late. Okay, got to get the dogs fed, take care of that. And I just start grabbing. I'm like, got to do my laundry, got to do this. So I go and I got to check the generator, run it for a little bit. I was going to just like keep it warm. And I noticed that shit's leaking diesel out of the frickin' fuel pump. So I had to call up the neighbor and be like, oh, can you check this out, see if that's happening? So that just kind of sucked. And then I go check my propane and noticed that, I fuck up my neck like I was talking about earlier. I grabbed my laundry. Now my car started fucking up because I got this problem with my alternator, but I know how to deal with that, fix that. Trying to drive on these roads. I don't know, man. It was... I suppose I should slow down with the story because it would maybe make it, like, you know, more interesting. But really, I want to get to the fucking terrible, terrible, terrible thing. Just awful thing that really happened in this whole day. So,
Okay.
I got a shower and everything here, but sometimes the pipes freeze, and right now I got it empty. Like, my water tank that I have to fill up is empty, because the pipes were freezing, and I just let it go empty. I was gonna need to get some propane. The heater was, like, needs a bottle of propane on it, so I was gonna have to do all this shit to, like, get my shower up and running, so I just decided I was gonna buy one at the laundromat, which is, like, a pretty typical thing, and I'll do that once in a while. It's, like, $5, you know, and it's, like, alright, whatever. Wear sandals, and it's fine. But... getting out of the shower in the laundromat, and keep in mind I talk about how I'm rushing in the morning. Well, I think I grab a towel that I'd only, like, used one time, and I'm wiping myself down, and I realize that the towel I'm using is the one I'd used the last time when I was at the laundromat, and the memory flashes through my mind of me throwing this towel on the floor, then, like, stepping on it to, like, dry up my feet, and then I used it to clean my beard hair up off the sink. So I basically had rubbed this fucking towel all over a public fucking shower room, and I had no other fucking towels to use.
Ugh.
And I was, like, out of time on my fucking shower. So I was, like, and then I had to go stop by a friend's house, but I just wanted to get the fuck home because nothing was going right today. I'm like, I just need to get home and, like, lock myself away so, like, nothing bad can happen. But, like, it was how we talked last week about the people, like, you know, brushing their teeth, like, shit happening on the way, like, after, like, something bad happened. Like, I get into the cabin, strip down, and even though I didn't have my, like, shower going, I just start heating up water, and I got, like, rags, you know, and I just start rinsing myself off, like, all fucking over.
Take one of them Bronner baths.
Yeah.
You ever fuck with the Dr. Bronner soap? I'm not trying to derail you.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good shit.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. Like, I used to do that.
Yeah, it's really good.
After
You hardly,
I saw
need to use any of that stuff.
Yeah, when I saw the documentary years ago, like, all about the history of it and, like, how he did those sink baths with the rags and all that. That I'm one of those impressionable people where, like, I did that for, like, 2 weeks after I watched it. But, it works, you know. Anyway.
Right on. I guess I don't know the whole story about what exactly he did. I just know the soap. So a better question would have been if I knew that story. You need to explain this to me then. What did he do?
It's so, like, he went through this whole thing, like, explaining it where he would obviously, like, fill a sink with hot water and some of his soap, and then he'd take a washcloth, and the whole point was to, like, stand on a towel and from your farthest extremities, like, keep always wiping yourself up, like, every this is sounding weirdly sexual, but every stroke of the cloth that you're wiping over yourself, you're supposed to wipe towards your heart, and it's, like, supposed to be, like, cleansing for yourself and, like, good for your circulation and all that, which, I don't know, like, when I was doing it, I felt pretty good. Granted, it could just be because it's peppermint soap and it feels nice, but it makes sense. It feels nice. It comes with a nice story. I mean, what's the problem with that? That's not bad at all. But yeah, basically that sort of thing. Yeah, just taking a rag and washing down. I mean, which is fine because, like, luckily because I did get a shower, like, I was able to really, like, you know, scrub all the dirt. So I just had, like, the surface layer of whatever, you know, athlete's foot I was going to give my entire body that I just needed to, like, scrub off the top. I could not do I wish I would have seen the look of horror when it dawned on me that what I was doing and that I had no other fucking option because I just was standing there like, oh my god. No. Yeah. And I still had to, like, finish my laundry up, and I had to go, like, run errands. Like I said, I had to go see a friend, and it was just, oh my god, it fucking just
Oh, terrible, terrible. So yeah, I'm like, get the fuck home. This day.
I just want to see that middle scene. You know, we talked about last week with the